Hi everybody, it's me, Bob Anderson of Bob Anderson Art. And I'm gonna move ahead today on this painting and I'm gonna show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so seeing this landscape that we are replicating on canvas. Now, in the last video, we kind of were fine-tuning these blue mountains in the background here. So I finished that. So now what we want to do is start putting in, we're moving from back to forward. So we put the sky in first, and then we put the blue mountains in, and next, in terms of coming forward, the next thing in the background is these evergreen trees right here that roll across the back. Now, so what I need to do here is to put a bluish, greenish gray, soft gray right here. Now, below where the tips of the trees are, where you no longer see any light popping through or bright blue from the mountains, that's what we want to cover with the new background right across here. We're not going to go all the way up to the tops of the trees. We're just going to stay below where you no longer see any of the blue. And we're going to put a background color of that bluish gray-green color, so that we can then go in and start putting the actual boughs of the evergreen on. Okay, so all right, let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to take some brown, some burnt umber, and some blue, and a little white, and a little black. There we go. Can you see that? And I'm going to start putting it in. Okay, so this goes, this. I'm going to start putting it right in here, because this is where the evergreen trees are so thick that you don't see any background coming through. So this will, then we can put all the green and blue, evergreen boughs on top of this, because there is no background showing through in this area that I'm putting the background color on. And that will come down to right here, a little bit below this line here. So it'll come down to here. So I'm just gonna put this background in, and then I'll begin to work in the pine boughs on top of this. So just continuing with that. I need a little more blue, more green. Okay. And see, it kind of goes up here. So this is what I'm painting, the background, right here where you don't see any of the bright blue from the mountains poking through. And then I'm gonna come up here. So it kind of comes up like this from the edge, the left edge here. And it goes down to just below the center line. I don't know if you can see it, down to here. I'm going to leave this white center line on because I'm going to use it as a reference point still for a while, and then I will cover it up. Okay, so I'm just wrapping it around the corner here, wrapping the background soft, greenish, grayish, blue color. And just mixing some more here, a little white in there, a little turquoise color in there. Get a nice soft kind of charcoaly bluish gray here. And this is going to be the background for these evergreen trees. The dark area that we cannot see any of the mountains through. And I'm following just the areas where I know that there is none of the blue from the mountains poking through. This is the part that is the deepest part, the darkest part of the evergreen line here, which is, as I said, is the next area coming forward from the back that we're going to work on. Because as I've explained to you before, you always work from the back, furthest back elements, which in this case is the sky. Then the next coming forward would be the mountain range. Then the next area coming forward from the back would be this evergreen ridge. So I'm just basing out the grayish color of the evergreen line here. And then we'll put the evergreen branches on top of that and continue moving forward. Okay, more light in there, a little more turquoise, a little more blue, a little darker. Okay. And then, see, so it goes up like this, kind of dips down, then back up, and then down lower. We don't want to go as tall as the trees are, because those will be hand painted right up to the top. Those spires of those treetops, we'll be painting them right up, because you're going to see a lot of the blue around them. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Let me just wrap this around the corner here. And I'm just finishing up on the edge here. And there, I think that will work for that. And now I can begin to paint in the actual lines of the trees. Now this should go a little lower here. Let me just put that in. And this, I sketched in this little white line right here. This is this shoreline right here. So we notice we've got this line here, and then there's going to be the green grass and then the tree. So I got this line right here, and then this will be the grass, and then this will be the tree line. The shadows behind the trees. Okay, I'm just putting some little other colors, some other like burnt umber-y kind of modeling in here in this shadowed area of the trees. And so there you go. I'm going to stop here because I'm going to let this dry, and then in the next video I'll show you how to start painting the pine boughs up here and on top of these shadows here, so that the pine ridge becomes complete. Okay? Thanks. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.